queens, welcome back. For today's video, we are going to be diving into the new Jaclyn Hill palettes. I will also be announcing my monthly giveaway box, so I'm excited to talk about the goodies that's going to be in that as well. If you haven't known about my monthly giveaway box, pretty much what I do is give away a box. This will be my first month doing it, so pretty much what I want to do is give away a box of goodies, 6 items to a random person every single month, as long as you follow, as long as you comment and you're active. And if you want bonus entries, just be active on my other social media as well. Now let's get into it. Here is the palette, and this is what it looks like. Standard Morphe package, Jaclyn Hill on the front, palette volume 2, Morphe. Now if you've heard some crazy things about this palette, girl, it's because it has been crazy. Apparently Jaclyn has once and again teamed up with Morphe for another collab. That's what happens. That's what we always know. They're always going to collab. It just doesn't seem to be changing, whatever. When she first announced this palette, she said that it was the exact same loved formula, verbatim, the exact same love formula as the original Jaclyn Hill palette. Unfortunately, that is not true. We all know that especially in the YouTube world, especially in the YouTube world, you can't hide anything on social media. Anything you hide, give it a small amount of time and it will definitely come to the surface. So it has definitely come to the surface that this palette not only is not the same exact loved formula, and it is no longer vegan. This is where the drama comes in at. Now, I'm not the one for the drama. I really don't like it. I feel like it's always something, and it's always something with the same group of people. No offense, no shade, no tea, but it's always the same exact people in the same exact drama. Like, it's always something with a small group of influencers. As far as my views on it, I don't really care if the palette's not vegan anymore. I don't care from my perspective, but I care for others' perspective. I think that veganism is hard. I think that if you do live that lifestyle, or in my opinion, it's even hard to just eat that way, and that's the journey I'm trying to go on. So I can't imagine you doing it in everything you do. You know, it's in your clothes, it's in the products you use in your house, it's in your skincare, it's in your hair care, it's everything. It's in your makeup. And then to find out that a palette that you recently purchased that was advertised as vegan is not really vegan. That's the part I don't like about it, to be honest with you. As far as Jaclyn Hill goes, I feel like I've been watching her since she literally first came out. I've been watching Jaclyn from the beginning. I have everything that she's ever collabed on, but due to this circumstance, I will no longer be supporting any more of her collaborations with Morphe. I feel like I have outgrown those collaborations, and I'm really hoping that going forward that anything she puts out will be ultimately from her own brand, because she does have her own brand. So I'm really hoping that if she does decide to launch anything, it would definitely be with her own brand, because outside of that, that's going to be the only way that I'm going to spend my coin on it. And as far as Morphe goes, to keep a palette and to advertise it as vegan, and for it not to be vegan, and to say it's the exact same formula, it's the same. To me, it just breaks trust, and it breaks trust with Jaclyn as well. Even though she did put out a tweet and say that she did not know, I feel like these are little careless mistakes that shouldn't be made when you own something or when you put your name on something. Now granted, I don't have a palette and I don't have a fucking brand, so people could be like, boo, you don't know what you're talking about. They could definitely say that. But on the other side, I just kind of feel like even if I don't, I wouldn't trust somebody in something as simple as a homework assignment, let alone with something that's gonna make me thousands and thousands of dollars. You know what I'm saying? I felt like it was I kind of feel like Jaclyn got played in a sense. She doesn't really in my opinion, I feel like she really didn't Google every single ingredient, but I didn't really expect her to. I don't expect a non-vegan person to Google every single ingredient to ensure that that's the case, but I do expect her to hire someone to do that. So it's always your job in whatever you do to ensure your bag, ensure that that person really does have the best interest at heart. And unfortunately, in this situation, Jaclyn is really the face of Morphe. Let's be real. Nobody really knows who anybody else is. Everybody knows her because she keeps collabing with the brand. So anytime you put Morphe and Jaclyn Hill together, I just feel like the past launches haven't really been successful. It's always been something around it. And this palette, even though like I'm not gonna lie, this palette is beautiful. Like, if you haven't seen it, this palette is completely gorgeous. And I knew by looking at it that it wasn't the same formula. I really did. Like, I could tell by looking at it. Like, even if you tell me these colors have been amplified, no, this looks like a completely different formula than the last palette. And I'll pop up a picture here, an unedited photo of the old palette, and just to show you guys what I'm talking about. Going forward, will I support Morphe? I don't know. I'm still on the fence with that. I kind of feel like they lied, because they did lie. And I don't really feel like I should be spending my money into a brand where I feel like I have to do research to ensure that I'm getting the quality of which that they claim it to be. And as far as Jaclyn goes, I mean, I love Jaclyn. I really hope she gets over this hump. I want to see more things from her brand. I feel like she is awesome. I really do feel like she has it in her. I just feel like she has just been hitting a lot of hard roads. And unfortunately, I have to get off that train with her until she starts bringing out different content and different quality from her own brand. I don't really want to see her do anything else with Morphe again. I mean, I just feel like fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. But outside of that, that's my truth. That's where I'm gonna go. That's where I'm gonna leave it at. I'm leaving it there. It's out there. That's just how I felt about it. I really hope things get better for Jaclyn. Outside of that, Morphe, it is what it is. You lied, you got caught. We know what it is. We're moving on. Okay, so without further ado, let's dive into this palette. Okay, so we're here and I am ready to dive. So look, let me tell you. So the first time I created a look with this palette, I liked it. I did like the look, but I just wasn't feeling myself. Like, I wasn't feeling the energy in the video. You know, sometimes I think it's best to not watch review videos before you review a palette, because sometimes people energy they give off can kind of just, I don't know, change your mood or make you be like, oh my god, now this drama is coming up. What's the problem now? Okay, so I think what I want to do, I know for a fact that this yellow right here, this gold, I'm using this gold. I'm using this gold today. So the first shade I think I want to go in with is this really, really, really dark plum shade, and it's called Crazy. And I'm gonna use these little mini MILANI brushes. Now some of these shades do have a little bit of fallout, but the color pigmentation is fine. And I'm just concentrating that shade in the outer corner. What I like is that it's not patchy. Sometimes when you have like a super dark plum shade, the colors start to look like they're skipping, so to speak. That's the best way I know how to explain it. But this color is really nice. And then I'm just going to drag some of that dark shade a little bit into the inner corner of my eye. I don't want it to be too dark. I kind of just want it to kind of fade. Okay, so we have that on. And this, I'm taking a little bit of that Crazy shade and just putting it in the outer corner. Just a little bit, not a lot, just kind of smoking it out that outer corner. Okay, so I love how that is coming together. I love it. I love it. I love it. So the next shade I'm gonna go in is with this pretty shade. It's called Talia. It's that gold shade I was telling you guys about. So let me find the proper. You know what, I like to buy those little elf flat brushes because they come in handy. I'm not about to pay like $7, $8 for a little flat brush. No, this little one does the trick. So I shouldn't have sprayed that brush first. I should have just went on with my bare hands, but whatever. I'm gonna put this right in front. Ooh. I think this color is beautiful. I think these shades are performing beautifully. The circumstances are messed up, but the shade, honestly, like hands down, even though like the circumstances are really jacked up around this palette, it's still a beautiful palette. The colors are performing perfectly, and I'm obsessed. The next shade I want to go in is called, I love it. She always says, not my journey. Like, this is not my journey. Like, maybe it's not my journey. I was going to say something, I don't feel like it's my place, but maybe it's her journey to just focus on her brand. And maybe this could be like not her journey. As far as like working with somebody constantly, just focusing on her brand, building that Jaclyn Hill brand to the highest it could possibly be. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna take this purple shade, and it is a matte, and I'm gonna put it right. Woo, okay. So now I'm taking the same brush that I use the shade Crazy in, and I'm kind of just going on top, and I don't want it to be like super neat. It doesn't really have to be super neat. I kind of really want it to be like kind of like blown out, so to speak. And then I'm gonna go in with this, dip into this Tempter shade, which this is a black shade, and I tried it before and it's like black. So I gotta go in with a very, very, very light hand. Oh my god. Okay, so that is that. I really do like how this turned out. Okay, so I feel like it's only fitting to use her highlighter, which I'm not gonna lie, these highlighters are bomb. That's why I said that I cannot wait until, you know, I see her do something else with her brand, because this right here, this is the stuff. Okay, so for lip, I don't know. I feel like this eye look is like really, 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 really bright, but I'm just gonna do this. This is the Mattitude 806 from L'Oreal. Okay, so then for gloss, I think I'm just gonna use my Floss Gloss. I'm gonna have to make another order for this, because I originally got this in a BoxyCharm. No, I think this was a BoxyCharm or a Lord Rocks, one of the two. Okay, so that's pretty much it for today's look. I really do love how this turned out. I do. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with this palette. I'm obsessed with the pigmentation. I'm obsessed with the quality. Morphe palettes tend to be kind of hit or miss for me. Sometimes they're like really, really, really good, and sometimes they're not so good. But I mean, I still support. I still end up buying the ones that really do stick out to me. But yeah, this palette is definitely a bomb palette. Congratulations, Jaclyn. I really hope to see more from your brand in the future. I just feel like things happen, and you know, it's really hard when you're literally in the public eye. So that's just my opinion on things. But outside of that, I really do like this palette. I really do love the color pigmentation, girl. Like, I really do. For those who couldn't try the palette, I'm really sorry. For those who weren't able to get their hands on this palette, yeah, that's pretty much the end of that. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to check out my giveaway. Now remember, I'm having a monthly giveaway where I'm giving away a box of product, 6 items. All you have to do is be subscribed. All you got to do is comment down below, and that's it. And then you're entered into the giveaway. You don't have to do anything else. Unless you want to. You can go follow me on Instagram, and you can go follow me on TikTok. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon in the next one. Bye guys.